Goldsboro, that is one of those areas, Paul, where I know we've seen some pretty significant rain.
Yeah, over 3 inches of rain in most of Wayne County. Some parts of the county pick up more than 5 inches of rain. The heaviest amounts have been just to the southwest of Goldsboro. In northeastern Sampson County, over 8 inches of rain. It's still wet out there. It's still windy. You can see the trees waving around. And it's still, of course, humid out there. But we're on the back side of the system. The winds have turned to the north, and that's going to drag in the less humid air as we head through the rest of today. So things are going to be heading in a better direction just across the board. Streets even drying out right now in Apex. You can still see the flag whipping in the breeze right now on Salem Street. That's going to be the concern this morning. Still some wet roads, some puddles left over, and that wind is going to try to move you around on the road if you're making your way out the door for the early morning commute. Here's where Dorian is right now. The radar perspective without the clouds just shows that storm spinning up the Outer Banks. Its chance to make landfall is going to be as it approaches Hatteras over the next about 90 minutes or so. Technically, it hasn't made landfall in the United States yet. The eye wall has brushed the coast, so part of the eye is over the Outer Banks, but you need half of it to be over land for it to technically make landfall. We'll see if that happens. Either way, it's had a big impact, not just on the Bahamas, but up and down the southeastern coast of the United States. And you can see the rain gradually pushing farther and farther to the east within central North Carolina. All this from Raleigh to the west. It's mostly ground clutter. A few showers here in Granville County over into Vance County. We're going to see some intermittent showers still kind of wrapping around that back edge of the circulation. But in terms of the steady, heavier rainfall, it's basically along I-95 right now, already drying out in Fayetteville. The intense rain way over here in eastern North Carolina, much closer to that center of circulation. Still raining at a good clip around New Bern and Greenville as well. Within central North Carolina, we're talking about not much in the triangle right now. Again, this is ground clutter, so the roads are going to be drying out for the morning commute. Here's that heavier rain extending up and down the coastal plain right along I-95 through Northampton and Halifax and Nash counties, extending down into Wilson County. Wayne County still getting some heavier downpours right now, so we showed you that perspective from Goldsboro. It's definitely still wet out there, but the rain is diminishing across much of Sampson County after you saw so much of it over the last 24 hours. Again, just northeast of Clinton, over 8 inches of rain. That's the highest amount we've seen so far in central North Carolina. Overall, coastal North Carolina has definitely borne the brunt of the system since that center circulation just went right along the coast, just kind of hugging it essentially. The radar loop shows a few of those showers kind of breaking off in the pack and trying to cross over I-85. You haven't seen much rain at all out of the system to the west of I-85, but things are going to head in a drier direction as we go through the rest of this morning. Still a flash flood watch in effect all the way till 2 o'clock this afternoon, where you've added up those higher rainfall amounts along and east of I-85, but I think even this is going to be canceled before that expiration time at 2 o'clock. The one flash flood warning we have expires at 9:30 this morning. In those counties, Wilson, Wayne, Johnston, and Sampson County, the rain is beginning to diminish. At least it's enough to not cause any new problems, even if it slows down how fast those problems are improving. The last of the rain is pushing to the east as we speak. Still some heavier amounts possible for the coastal plain through about mid-morning, but as we head towards noon, the last of the sprinkles and showers are moving off the northern coastal plain. Dorian itself moves out into the Atlantic Ocean and drags the last of the cloud cover off to the northeast as we head into this evening and tonight. So for today, those winds are gradually going to die down. It's still going to try to move you around on the road in the short term, but we're down to just a breezy afternoon. Temperatures warm up to the mid-80s. We hit the upper 80s over the weekend, and everything's in the past in terms of Dorian, but still an alert for the next few hours with the gusty conditions possibly resulting in some power outages, and we still have those 4 counties under a flash flood warning. Upper 80s continue next week. Limited rain chances, less than 50-50 each day, but we can't rule it out. Just a typical late summer weather pattern as we head into that second full week of September, all the way up to 90 degrees by Wednesday and Thursday. Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll kind of reset things with Hurricane Dorian, show you the latest position of it, its wind speeds, and where it's going to go from here over the next 24 hours.
All right.